So at the time of recording the audio for this video, I've been using this thing for about a month now, and this thing is virtually indestructible. I haven't had any issues at all with it being damaged or any of the paintings being smeared or ruined. It just works perfect. So I'm really excited to share this with you. So the first thing would be to actually prepare the cradle wood boards so that it's waterproof, because right now this is just untreated birch wood. And so I'm using shellac because it dries super fast and it's water resistant, super easy to work with. This is just like amber shellac. I think you can get like clear ones. There's a couple different types. I just have the amber one, and I like to add even more color to it. So I didn't realize this until recently, but you can actually add pigment into the shellac to change the color of it. So this is a perfect for like staining the wood whatever color you want. So I'm using some raw umber, and just as you can see, I'm not measuring anything very precisely. I'm just kind of eyeballing it with enough shellac and pigment to cover the two boards. First layer will soak into the wood very, very fast and dry really fast. I think I waited like around 10 minutes between layers. I just did 2 layers to make sure that it was coated everywhere. And I'm coating the sides, the inside, just everywhere. I want it to be as waterproof as possible because I'm preparing this for a trip in Spain where it will be very dry. But I'm from Oregon. I'm going to be doing a lot of paintings where there's going to be water, rain, high chances of rain. So after the 2 coats, I think I may have done a light sand in between the 2 coats, but really after that second coat, I give a good sand over everything just to try to even it out and smooth out the surface, which it can get a little uneven and tacky if you don't sand it. So now I'm basically going to start putting the hardware on this thing. So I've been trying out some different ideas, and I kind of came up with the conclusion of using magnets as the easiest way to use because I'm going to be using loose linen because it's so easy to transport large quantities of it with flying and shipping and stuff like that. So I kind of set my 9x12 in the center, which I ordered the cradled wood with the inside dimensions that were bigger than 9x12, so I knew it would fit. And I just kind of used charcoal and marked the corners there. And then I'm applying like a resin I have that is going to dry like glue. If I had wood glue, I would have used that. I was just kind of lazy, so I just used what I had. So use wood glue, super glue, something really strong like that, and I'm adhering the magnets. I am also making sure that all the magnet, their direction, their positive negative direction, is all facing the same way, because that could be really annoying to have that be uneven, and yeah, it'd just be super annoying. So I made sure those are all the same way. And then I let that glue dry, and that's it. And so you can imagine that these 6 paintings are wet. The magnets work absolutely great, and that I've trekked up hills, down like a pretty extreme terrain, and the magnets don't move at all. It just holds it right in place. Especially with that one in the middle, if I'm very like kind of uncertain, I can put a magnet in the middle, and then when I take it off, if it's a clip like the magnet's clean, it's either doesn't make a mark, or I can just like kind of scuff it with my finger and it just gets rid of that mark. So as you can see here, it's super durable. And the big component, I guess the crux to this whole thing, is the clips. And they're special clips. I'll link them below. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. I get nothing out of it. I don't remember how I originally came upon them, but I ended up buying them like a year or 2 ago, thinking that I could use them for something else, and then I ended up not using them. So they were literally just sitting in a drawer, unused. And then I figured that they just kind of popped in my head that this would be the perfect tool to hold these boards together, and it works absolutely perfect. So they are kind of expensive for what it is, but I don't think there's anything else like there that exists. I do think in the 2.0 iteration of this, whether that comes next year or 10 years or whatever, I do think that next version I'll try to figure out if I have a bit more time before I need it, a better way how to do that. I'm using super strong magnets. I just bought like a collection, or like just like a bunch of different sizes of magnets, but I just made sure they're like as strong as I could find on Amazon, and made sure that I had more than I needed because, you know, they are magnets. I have found that like I have magnets just like that stick to my chair, or I find magnets stuck to little pieces of my backpack that are magnetic. They do kind of spread out. They have the tendency to spread out. So it's good to have lots of extra magnets so that you always have plenty. And so the ones that I have facing each other that are on the outside, that will actually hold 11 by 14. So I can actually hold 2 pieces that are 11 by 14 and 4 that are 9 by 12 if I want. Or in the example I'm using, I'm just using 6 9 by 12s. But you could also do the same sort of thing with scaling up if you work larger, where you could get a larger panel that, let's say, is like a 16 by 20 or something like that. You could have 2 16 by 20s that are facing each other like I just showed here, and then 4 that are slightly, or 1, 2, yeah, 4 that are slightly smaller on the inside. So you can definitely scale up this. The cradle wood is like all different sizes, so there's nothing that's stopping you from doing the size that works the best for you. I do think if you, like this is specifically for loose linen. I think if you had wood panels, it wouldn't work, just because how thick they are. But I think you could build something kind of like this that kind of incorporates the wood panels themselves, and you just kind of have a magnet or something that's blocking them apart. This is very much like specifically toward loose linen, because like that's what I'm going to be working with. And most of the wet painting setups out there are not for loose linen. Like you have to have panels for those boxes to work. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, and if you have a different way of holding the wet paintings that works great for you. I'm always eager to learn about new ideas and new ways to do things better. So any kind of suggestion I always take into appreciation. If you want to help me out, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps me immensely be able to reach other people who are like-minded. I'm in Spain right now, and I'll be in Florence the next month, so that's kind of why my channel's been quite slow recently. But I've been excited to be brainstorming new ideas, and quite invigorated to have a bunch of new ideas and content and paintings and so much stuff to share once I get back from that trip.